Hi there, it's Bryon Howard coming to you from San Diego, where I'm attending my 20th consecutive year networking with some of North America's top agents. If you're wondering whether Calgary is still a seller's market, the short answer is not across the board anymore. The May numbers are just in and the market is shifting. Inventory in Calgary rose to nearly 7,000 units in May. That's in line with last year, but still 11% above long-term trends for this time of year. Sales came in at about 2,200 units, which is down 16% from last May. So buyers have more choice, and that is changing the conversation. Now, here's what matters most. There is no longer one market. Calgary is behaving like several markets at once. Detached homes are still relatively balanced with about 2.5 months of supply. Detached benchmark pricing has improved from $7,250 in January to nearly $750,000 in May. So if you own a detached home, especially in the right location and price band, you may still be in a solid position. But apartments, different story. Apartment condo sales are down nearly 28% year to date. There were 400 sales in May against 961 new listings. That pushed months of supply above 5 months, which means conditions are now favoring buyers in condos. The benchmark apartment price fell to $300,000, which is down 9% from last year. Row homes sitting somewhere in the middle. Sales were 350 in May with 700 new listings. Months of supply moved above 3 months, and benchmark pricing is still over 6% below last year, even though it has improved from earlier this year. Semi-detached homes remain fairly steady. Sales and listings were similar to the month before, with just under 3 months of supply. The benchmark price reached almost $700,000 in May, up from January, though still slightly below last year. So what does this all mean? If you're thinking about selling, number one, price matters more now than ever. We're moving out of the phase where the market covers mistakes. Today, if a home is overpriced, buyers have alternatives. Number two, presentation and positioning matter. In a market with more supply, the homes that win are the homes that show well, launch properly, and are priced to create urgency. Number three, strategy needs to match property types. A detached home in a desirable inner city location is not the same conversation as an apartment condo facing rising competition. And that's where many sellers get caught. They hear one line about the market and assume it applies to their home. It doesn't. The truth is, your micro market matters more than the big headlines. Some districts and price ranges are still performing very well, while others are clearly under pressure. For example, detached conditions range from seller favorable in the west districts to buyer favorable in the northeast districts. Apartment price declines were steepest in the northeast, north, and east districts. Here's my advice. If you're a seller, don't chase the market down. Lead with the truth. Lead with strategy and position your home where it sells, not where it sits. If you're a buyer, this is the kind of market where preparation creates opportunity. More choice means more leverage, but only if you know how to recognize value and move decisively when the right property shows up. And if you own an apartment condo, especially as an investor or someone considering a move, this is the time to get very specific about your numbers and your plan. This is not a panic market, but it is a market that rewards skill, honesty, and execution. If you want to know what this shift means for your home, your street, or your neighborhood, send me a message. I'm happy to give you a straight answer based on today's market, not last year's headlines. I'm Bryon Howard. Thanks for watching.